Hi, I'm Garrett with IDC Woodcraft, and I'm glad you've come to this video if you are in business with a CNC machine or thinking about getting into business with a CNC machine. What I want to do in this video is change your perspective about business. By the time you're done, if you absorb what I'm about to tell you, you will change your perspective about what your business is, and you will see it in a much bigger light, have much bigger goals, and start to reach them. I'm talking money, right? Because business is about making money. So we'll start right off at the beginning. Most people who get into CNC and are interested in making money start off with a business they sometimes it's hit and miss. They don't really know what to sell. They don't know what to charge, and end up often making stuff other people make, and so they're in competition. And the whole point of business is to not be in competition. So that's a mindset shift. Don't think you are in competition, think you are different. So let's just kind of take this down to brass tacks so you understand where I'm coming from. From your perspective, you're in a CNC business. You make projects that you sell to other people. What I want you to do is change your thinking completely. And stop thinking that you are in a CNC business where you sell CNC projects to people. You are not in the CNC business. You are in the people-pleasing business. This is so fundamental that if you get this, as I said before, your business will go in a completely different direction as far as how you approach it and the revenue that comes back from it. So let me explain why you are not in the CNC business. If you're in the CNC business, you're thinking projects. I'll make these projects, I'll get them out there, and I hope people buy them. When you shift your perspective to I am in the people-pleasing business, what's going to happen is you're going to look at the customer and try to learn what they want to feel good. So let me explain what business truly is. It's not you selling to other people. It's you solving a problem. Now, for us, we make CNC projects. They're pretty, they're nice, they might say love, they might be a sign. Person on the other end has an emotional desire to have that product for some emotional fulfillment. And it's your job as a CNCer to engage with that person, to take an interest in them and to dig in, drill in to the emotional value that they have in that. Why are they interested in it in the first place? And when you can tap into that, you can start to play with it. Now, you might not like this, right? But this is human psychology. We're here to make money. We're here to give value to people and not abuse them. But what we want to do is give them a good feeling. And the better feeling that you can give them, the more that they will be willing to pay for your project. Works like this. If you're just selling something that you have made, put it out there, and it's hit and miss, it's just kind of average. You are solving your problem. You're just making stuff. When you talk to the person and say, why do you want this love like that? What is it about love to you that you want this project that makes you attracted to this one? Right, and they're going to start to explain it in some way or another. You can do it through email, you can do it on the phone, you can do it through copywriting without even engaging with the person. I have to do videos on copywriting for those who want to get into CNC. Well, I'm not going to do videos on it. I will train you. Copywriting is so important, but that's a different subject. When you understand human nature and that we all want to feel good, and then you realize that the projects you make are geared around making someone feel good, you're pleasing them. And that is the value. And the more value you can create in them, in pleasing them, the more money your project is worth to them. So I hope that made sense. If you're in the CNC business, I'm going to say this again. If you're in the CNC business, trying to sell stuff, not thinking about the prospect, then you're going to do average, you're going to struggle, it's going to be hit and miss. But if you're in a people-pleasing business, to solve an emotional need that they have, and the better you solve it, the more value you add, the more they're going to give you. This is when you are able to shift your perspective out of CNC business and into helping people business. You'll see that because your focus will be on the customer instead of on you and whether you're making money or not. So I'm going to pull back a little bit and talk to you about this whole thing where your revenue return is based on three things: the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and how difficult it is to replace you. So the need for what we do. We're CNCers, and there is a need out there for CNC projects because people buy artwork all the time, right? That's what we create. I mean, I'm a big proponent of words. Words sell. You see welcome everywhere. If you're not sure what to make a few welcome signs, right? And then sell those and add some flair and flavor to it. We're going to get to the niche thing because I don't want you to make a sign until you understand niches. Speaking of words, by the way, if you want the top 50 words that sell, down in the description is a link where you can get that for free. I won't give it to you if you just want it. I'll give it to you if you want to make money with your CNC machine. So you have to sign up to get it. The thing about words, I'm going to touch on this. Words express emotion. Think of this little weird angle, and you'll start to understand this people-pleasing business. Let's go with a welcome sign. Every other house has a welcome sign on it. You being a perfect stranger, seeing a welcome sign on somebody's house, if you walked in, are you going to be welcome? Absolutely not, right? You're invading somebody's space. So they don't put a welcome sign up there for the general public. They put a welcome sign up there because they want to express a part of themselves out to the general public. People want to be perceived as good people, right? Even if they're not welcome, even if their house is not a welcome place for you as a stranger. So this goes back to the need for what you do. People have a need to express themselves. And that's why they put up signs of love and country pictures and things. Everybody's got kind of an MO. So we're going to talk about niches because this is vitally important in this whole aspect of what I'm talking about, the need for what you do. Let's go to the next level. Your ability to do it. Now, I always say you do not have to be an expert at CNC. I have seen junk that people buy. In fact, on the CNC Entrepreneurs Facebook group, Jeff posted in there that he had a bunch of defect projects. And he was at a fundraiser type of festival. And so he took his projects there, the defects, and he sold them. Right? Thinking that these were junk, he just gave it a whirl because it was going to be all donated to something. By the way, CNC Entrepreneurs, if you want to make money with your CNC machine, join CNC Entrepreneurs. That's why I formed a group, so us with CNC machines can make money and to help each other. The link for that is down below. I suggest you stop this video right now for the moment, go down there, sign up for the CNC Entrepreneurs Facebook group. So back to Jeff's story, right? He sold defects and people loved them. And he got normal prices for them. Granted, they were for a specific cause. But here you go again. There's a niche. I'm gonna get into this because the niche thing is vitally important to this business concept of you're in business to please people, not a CNC business. The third is your ability to do it. How much money you make depends on your ability to do it. If you are a master, then you are going to do very well. But how do you be a master without being an expert? That's where we go into the niche thing. You see, this is I'm going to give you the technique to figure out what product to make that you can sell and sell at a high price. It's by finding a niche and drilling into that niche, researching that niche, taking the time to listen to the people in the niche to see what they're saying over and over and over again. Now, I just had a thought I want to tell you. If you're impatient in starting your business or getting it ramped up, you're not going to be in the proper mindset to be able to sit back, take a little time to do your research, to be able to sell your projects to a niche. Because you're more worried about yourself than you are about satisfying other people. Business is about satisfying people. So let's talk about this niche thing and maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about. Let's just pick something like bodybuilding. What kind of CNC projects can you make for a bodybuilder? Well, I don't know, but I can damn well tell you, after a little bit of research, I will know. Here's what you do. You jump into the Facebook groups. I have to stop. There are a lot of people out there that say, I don't like Facebook. Get over it. Because Facebook is a gold mine for doing research. It's a gold mine for sales. It's your baseline because everybody's there. Facebook has a bunch of groups. We have the CNC Entrepreneurs Facebook group. There's other CNC groups out there, and you may be a part of them. Get into the Facebook groups that are in bodybuilders. And what you'll do is just read and take time every day to read. See what people are asking and what people are saying as far as answers. And what you're going to find is you're going to see a pattern of a typical problem. And you're going to see that the answers don't completely fill that problem. They don't completely answer it. So this kind of, with bodybuilding, that might be kind of skewed in a way. But what you're also going to see is what kind of products can you make for bodybuilders that deal with that problem. Okay, so I'm taking this apart right now. Let's just say there's someone who's trying to buff himself up quickly and they're struggling with it. So you make a project that says, I am a bodybuilder, I am Mr. Universe, whatever. And you sell that under the pretense that I am Mr. Universe. Okay, take it from this perspective. Here's a person who has a problem. They're trying to get to this place. So you create a project that's in their face all the time, right? That's hanging on their wall that says, I am Mr. Universe, right? So that you are creating an environment for them that helps them feel it. And the more they feel it, the closer they come to their goal. So that's the kind of problem that you're solving. They have a desire. You are vicariously filling that desire with your product in the bodybuilding thing. And when you can promote that right with the proper copywriting through Facebook, as you can so target very specific people on Facebook. Facebook is a gold mine for sales too, that you will start to amp up. And if you engage with the groups, become known, post every day, right? They get to know who you are, and you are building rapport with them and trust. But your engagement with them has to be helping them. Always be helping them so they start to remember you. Be the one that helps them just a little bit differently. So that's just one example. If you're dealing with people one-on-one at a craft show, and they're coming to look at your stuff, you don't just start asking them, how's your day? You know, I have to do a class on this. If you're interested in a class on how to engage with people or copywriting, put a comment down below. Because what I'm trying to get in your mind here is get out of the idea that you're in CNC business and you are in the people-pleasing business solving an emotional need. And when you start to understand your avatar, your customer, by paying attention and listening to them, your whole world opens up. I'm going to give you an example, my example, of how I did this in my CNC business. We will still call it a CNC business, but it's a people-solving problem business. CNC router bits. Every CNCer who gets into CNC routers struggles to find the right bits that they need. They don't know. They have to do all the research and they're, give me the answers. I see it in Facebook groups all the time, and I have that problem. Being the entrepreneur, I said I'm going to solve that problem because I don't want to have it and I don't want you to have it. And so what I did is I took the time to source out a complete set of router bits that nobody else has, right? The complete set. So now there's a resource for it. And because that niche was not filled, right? I have a growing router bit sales business, but I don't just sell router bits. I'm not the cookie cutter router bit sales store. Just like you can't be the cookie cutter CNC business store. Give extra value. Because I took time to research a customer. It's not just the bits they wanted. The next problem was, what are the feeds and speeds? How do I put them into my machine? So I provided that with router bits. The other router bit companies don't do that. In fact, most of them don't even tell you what the feeds and speeds are up front, which is like so important. And then the next level is, okay, people want to make money with a CNC machine. So I give the words that sell list with the router bit set. And then I start giving vector files. So when you buy the router bit set from me, you get, counting off my head, I think you get 18 things, 19 things, for half the price that you would pay for the full set of router bits independently, right? Because what I wanted to do is solve a problem. People want the easy solution. And so I just tied them all together and packaged them all in one place, and then wrap it up with writing out a thank you card. Everyone that gets a set of router bits gets a thank you card. So that was an Etsy sale, by the way. I'm going to do a video on Etsy. The point of my story is I did the research, and then I did the work behind it to put it all together so that now I have a train of problems solved. Router bits is not selling projects, but it's the same exact principle with you. You want to solve a problem. So it's your job to identify what that problem is, be able to state it to the person either in person or in your copywriting that engages their emotion in a way that they sense what their problem is and that you are the solution. Or in this case, they sense the emotional need and your project is the solution to that need. So sign up for CNC Entrepreneurs. If you're brand new to CNC routers, you want to get into this stuff for money, then sign up for CNC Entrepreneurs. If you want the words that sell list, then there's a link down below. You can get that. If you are brand new and you need a whole set of router bits, then there's a link down below for that, where you will be able to get all the stuff you need up front and the projects to train you, right? Other people don't do that. Other companies don't do that. So you got the whole works in one package for half the price, because that's what people need. And yeah, so I said it all. This video gave you a mindset shift that you are not in the CNC router bit business or the CNC business. You are in the business of pleasing people. Let it roll around in your head. Give me a thumbs up if you got that paradigm shift. Give me a comment down below if you, I'd like to see what your aha moment was. And if you don't get this, let it roll in your head and then come back and make a comment. So this is Garrett. Let's get in business to make money, help other people by helping other people, by solving their problem. Because when it comes down to it, I said it before, you get paid when you solve an emotional need. It's not your need, it's your customer's need. So it's your job to understand what that is, figure it out, and build a product that they want. And it can be so simple. You don't have to be an expert. You just need to niche down, hold yourself in, find one little spot, focus on it, and be patient. And it'll take off. I'll talk to you next time.